Hey Foilers, we hope you enjoy an extended preview of this HD Foilers only episode. If you want to hear the whole episode, help support the show and become an HD member. Just head over to our website, thetfhc.com, and click on members to see what membership plans we have available. Your financial support means the world to us and helps us keep the show up and running, pay our bills, and provide you the best content possible. Most of all, your financial support helps us reach the lost for God. As always, thanks so much for all the love and support. And now, on to the preview.
I discovered, there are more giants than Goliath in the story of David, and that became the basis of my story. And it turns out that there was actually a cult of warrior giants who were hunting King David to kill him after he killed Goliath. So, you've heard the phrase of, why did David pick up 5 stones? Because Goliath had 4 other brothers. That's not true, actually. But what they're referring to is these passages that I want to take a look at. Because in these passages, the word Rephaim, or a derivative of it, shows up. And it becomes very important. So there's several passages, and in the time of David, I'll just start with 1 Chronicles 20, verse 4. David's out there fighting with the Philistines, right? And this passage comes up. He's got his mighty men, by the way. So this is where, you hear about these mighty men of David, and like in 1 Chronicles 11, Abishai, the brother of Joab, was chief of the 30. He wielded his spear against 300 men and killed them and won a name beside the 3. He was the most renowned. Benaiah, son of Jehoiah, was a man, a doer of great deeds, struck down two Ariels of Moab, which is actually lion men of Moab. And he struck down an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits, 7.5 feet tall. The Egyptian had in his hand a spear like a weaver's beam. Mm-hmm. And so there are David's mighty men. The word Gibborim is used of them. And now it's interesting because these David's mighty men, Gibborim, are ones who also kill the giants who are hunting David. So you see how they're, you think the giants are Gibborim. Well, God's warriors are Gibborim. That's the context of what's going on here. So in 1 Chronicles, first of all, 1 Samuel 17 is the Goliath of Gath, right? So, all right, we know that story. The standard, the standard translation of Goliath's height is about 9.5 feet tall. But actually in the Septuagint, and there's a good scholarly argument that the Septuagint says he's about 6 feet 9 inches. It uses a different number there, and it has to do with, if you think about this, Moses and coming out of Egypt, and Egypt used a larger cubit.
Yeah, there's like an Egyptian cubit that's bigger. It's like 21 inches. And then a regular standard cubit's like 18, maybe, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. So, or 1.5 feet is how
yeah.
So when the Septuagint translators who are in Egypt, they are, they're living in Alexandria. And so when they're doing the translation, they're translating it for their context. So they bring the number down. Whatever the case. Again, there's some interesting arguments on both, but he's still a giant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
dude.
if he's 6'9", it's a giant. He's a mighty warrior, and that's the point. But here's the thing. Here's one of the reasons why I don't think he can be. I think he's probably the 9'6" because, it describes his coat of mail and his armor, and the coat was 5,000 shekels of bronze, and the armor on his legs, and the javelin. His spear was like a weaver's beam, and the spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. I don't have that written down what those actually are, but those are poundages that are like just huge. So it makes
32
sense.
pounds?
I was thinking 35. So.
32 pounds.
The head of the spear.
Okay.
Just to put this in perspective, the head of the spear, just the head, is 32. We'll go on the low end and we'll say 30 pounds. Yeah. But the other thing too is the spear the shaft.
Yeah.
Because they can measure that too, right? How big it would have to be in order to house that spearhead is literally 2 inches in diameter. So like I'm a 6'3", you're big too. You and I are about the same size, 6'2", 6'3". We literally would have to hold. We look like babies with our hands around, these things. Like this thing is monstrous.
And keep in mind these phrases. Spear was like a weaver's beam. All right, that's a keyword phrase that's going to show up to. Or what's the word that, I like the way the Bible Project guys, they call hyperlinks. That's a hyperlink. You're going to see that phrase used elsewhere, which will show you there's a connection here, which is why I would argue Goliath is a Rephaim. It doesn't say he is, but when you make all these connections, you see, he's definitely a Rephaim.
Hey, Foilers, we hope you enjoyed that preview of one of our HD Foilers only episodes. If you want to listen to the full episode, head over to our website, thetfhc.com, and click on Members to sign up. We have several different membership levels for you to choose from and great perks for each level of membership. In addition to becoming a member of the show, there are 3 other ways that you can help support the show. If you're feeling charitable and want to donate to the cause, you can scroll down the members page a bit and hit the donation link to give a financial gift to the show. You can also head over to our merch store and pick up some awesome swag and show all your friends and family just how much you love the show. You can help support both us and our guests by heading over to our guest page and buying our guest books via our affiliate links. This helps support not only our guests, but also the show, as a small portion of the proceeds comes out of Amazon's end of the sale and back to the show. Finally, you can help support the show by liking, subscribing, following, and sharing on all of our social media platforms, and help spread the word about the foil. Whatever method you choose, we can't thank you enough for all the love and support in our mission to grow the show and reach the lost for God.